Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, RingsideNews.com. We are now just 2 weeks away until the Royal Rumble live on the WWE Network for just $9.99. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift regarding the Rumble and other topics. First one today comes from Sam Axe. Hey Aaron, what do you think about Randy Orton returning to win the Royal Rumble? You could have Orton Lesnar at WrestleMania. Orton wins and Rollins cashes in. Since the two were kind of feuding anyways, built-in storyline. As much as I would like to see Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, that match should have already happened. Randy Orton should not be the guy to beat Brock Lesnar. You had Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker's winning streak. That should be used to elevate a younger talent. I would say Roman Reigns is the guy, and to a lesser degree, Daniel Bryan. I mean, Daniel Bryan is already established in WWE, and he could definitely benefit from beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But, you know, WWE's idea of Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar, that does make sense if you're trying to establish a new top star. And I know there's all the controversy about Roman Reigns and him not being the guy. It could be a situation where it's the right idea but the wrong execution. But Randy Orton beating Brock Lesnar, Orton has already been around for years. You need a fresh face on top. And to me, doing that match at WrestleMania would be a mistake. Randy Orton should have put over Brock Lesnar on a pay-per-view match by now. That way, Brock Lesnar could have looked even stronger going into WrestleMania. Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble, though, that would be a surprise. A lot of people are not even talking about the idea of Randy Orton winning the Rumble. Everyone thinks it's going to be either Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan. So I would not completely rule that out, and especially with Randy Orton being gone, that could be a sign. You never know that maybe WWE is laying low with him until the Royal Rumble and he comes back and wins at WrestleMania. That could be an idea from WWE's perspective, but I think that it's unlikely it happens. I expect him to return, and one would think he'll be facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I don't know if I would wait until WrestleMania to really get that feud going. It's already been a few months now since Seth Rollins put Randy Orton out of action. I would pull the trigger on that match and do it at WrestleMania and not wait any longer. All right, this one comes from Craig C88. What is your thoughts on teaming up Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns? Heyman could do a bulk of the talking on TV while Reigns worked on his stick work. I think it could be interesting to see Paul E work as a babyface for a change, and Reigns could maybe learn a lot. That seems weird to me. I'm not so sure about that. I just don't know about Paul Heyman being a babyface mouthpiece. To me, it doesn't really work. Paul Heyman does his best promo work as a heel, in my opinion. Him as a babyface, I just don't know if people would buy it. Paul Heyman has been a long-time heel, and I think it would really take a lot to get the fans to cheer for him. I know there's the ECW faithful that would cheer him no matter what, but you know, the casual WWE audience sees him as this liar, this despicable human being, and I think it would really take a lot to get people to cheer for him. So I don't really know about that. It does sound like a good idea for Paul Heyman to be a mouthpiece for Roman Reigns in general if Roman Reigns was a heel. But with what WWE's trying to do with Reigns and make him the next Cena, I don't think he needs a manager. I mean, usually you don't have baby faces having managers. It does happen every once in a while, but usually you have the manager align himself with a heel, and he's a heel manager, so he can do all the heelish things like interfere in the matches and run down other people and insult people. You know, Paul Heyman is a babyface managing Roman Reigns. I don't know if that... I mean, some people out there might think that maybe Paul Heyman aligning with Roman Reigns would somehow get Roman Reigns more over with, you know, the people that are critics of him right now. But not necessarily. And, you know, there's no guarantee that that would work, especially when you look at Curtis Axel and Ryback, and you know they didn't really get elevated being associated with Paul Heyman. So I probably would not pair those two up as long as WWE's going forward with Roman Reigns as the top babyface. All right, this next one comes from Shades on My Table. Hey, Aaron, do you think that the recent backlash from the Ascension's promo, added with Animal's comments, would kill the Ascension before they even started rolling? Well, if this was WWE from 15 years ago during the Attitude Era, I would say that WWE would continue pushing the envelope. They would see this as an opportunity to go forward with the Ascension. The Ascension would come out. They would cut more promos, ripping into people and being controversial. But because it's 2015, WWE is very politically correct. And anytime there's even a little sprinkling of controversy, WWE tends to shy away. We've seen it before with Jack Swagger and all that controversy. So with this, it very well could end up leading to the Ascension being phased down, just as quickly as they've gotten started here in WWE, which is unfortunate. I mean, I would like to see where this team goes, and I think it's too early to label them a success or a failure. I think you need to give them several weeks, maybe even several months, with a push to see if they connect with the audience. And people should not get offended over one promo. To me, it was not that big of a deal, and I don't know what Animal's deal is. I don't know if it's him just trying to capitalize. His mindset is, if I complain about it, my name will be all over the internet. Everybody will be talking about me. Maybe that was the way he was thinking. Who knows? But I think that to kill their push based off of one promo would be a huge mistake. All right, this one comes from Dari U. Celliot 12. Hey Aaron, big fan of the show and site. With basically no momentum and the Rumble being 2 weeks away, what do you think is next for Dean Ambrose? Also, does the company have faith in Dean? He never wins pay-per-views and hasn't been given a title shot. Unfortunately, Dean Ambrose is in a bad spot right now because he's not going to be in the main event at WrestleMania. He's probably not going to be in the second or third main event at WrestleMania. So what do you do with a guy? That is a very good question. One thing I could see WWE doing is maybe putting him early in the Rumble match, like number 1, number 2, number 3, and have him last the entire match. And that way, even though he's eliminated, he still has a very impressive showing. Although last year, WWE did the same thing with CM Punk. They put him in the beginning. He lasted the whole match. He looked really good except for when he was selling to the little bull. But besides that, CM Punk had a very good run the Royal Rumble, and then he quit. So, I don't know if Dean Ambrose would feel the same way. I think that he would be happy lasting the whole match and, getting a chance to look strong in the Royal Rumble. Where you go from that, that is a very good question. I don't know what you do with Dean Ambrose. I don't expect WWE to really do anything significant with him until after WrestleMania, unfortunately. I just don't know. I don't have a good answer for you what to do with him. The damage may have already been done. I think the one thing you could do is turn him heel at some point, and that'll give him a fresh start. But besides that, they might have to wait until after WrestleMania to get him back in the mix. If WWE goes forward with Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, you could finally do that Shield triple threat feud during the summer. All right, this one comes from Richie Gore 66. Hey Aaron, since there are so many divas on the roster and most aren't being utilized on potential storylines, what do you think of bringing up a Divas tag team division, competing for a Divas tag team championship instead of competing for one belt? Thanks. Do not suggest more divas on WWE television in matches. That's the last thing I want to see. I think that 1 or 2 diva matches on a show is enough. I think that having a Divas tag team division is really pushing it. If you had a roster of more talented divas, maybe I would argue for it. But with the divas they have, do you really want Eva Marie and Cameron being a tag team or something like that? Do you really want to give these women more television time, the divas that don't really have any in-ring skills? Do you want them in matches every week? the way they have it now is fine, and the divas that are getting the TV time are the ones that have at least some degree of talent, and some of them have considerable talent, and I think it's best to leave it at that. And the divas that aren't so good, stick them to the Battle Royals and the Total Divas appearances. All right, got this one from Big D Great. What did you think of John Cena's rap gimmick? And how come he didn't stick with it? It was way more entertaining than the gimmick he's doing right now. Your thoughts? Well, considering the fact that I am 32 years old, I fit into that category of people that love the John Cena rap gimmick because it was edgy, it was unique. Nobody else was doing a freestyle rap gimmick, and John Cena was really good at it. He came out there, he delivered the lines really well, and they were memorable, and it was a good way for him to trash talk and get over with the fans. So it was just natural. I mean, John Cena was an edgy character when he was doing that gimmick, and I think that's why it got over. Why he didn't stick with it? That's because WWE decided to turn him into the modern-day Hulk Hogan. When he became the WWE champion, they decided to change the character, make him more family-friendly with kids, and it was just a business decision on WWE's part. They were trying to make him the new Hulk Hogan, and for the most part, he has worked as a modern-day Hulk Hogan. He has done very well. He's made WWE a ton of money with merchandising. So that was their mindset, why they did that. And a lot of male fans didn't like it. They rejected the idea of him being the Superman character, but it has been very successful for WWE, like it or not. All right, that'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest in WWE, TNA, ROH, Lucha Underground, and all the other promotions. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys next time for more NoDQ&A video.